Hello and welcome back to another video walk around tour with Darcy Morgan Yachts, and today we're on a 2018 Cap Camarat 10.5 WA. So this 10.5 WA, which is the walk around model, because you've got the centre console and then you can walk around both port and starboard side, is an incredibly surprising boat, because once you're on deck, you don't realise actually how much space you've got down below. And also the way you can configure the boat makes it incredibly versatile as well. This particular boat is powered by twin Yamaha 300s, and that is also accompanied with a bow thruster as well. But first and foremost, let's kind of talk about the cockpit and the social area. So in here, if you were fishing, I'd probably leave it in this sort of configuration, because you can walk 360 degrees around the deck, no problem at all. If you wanted to get to anchor and have a couple of drinks, then you just simply lift these additional seating areas out, and then all of a sudden, you've just gained seating, for an extra 4 people pretty comfortably. And the one thing that I really like about this boat is how social that it is as well. So you'll see just behind me, if we open up this lid, then we've also got a worktop, we've got a sink, we've also got a fridge in here as well, and then that's also just accompanied by various bits of storage all around the place. So there's loads of room to come up here and just have a nice day on the water, and that's kind of what this is all about. But you could extend it to a weekend cruiser if you fancied it. Now, this table does also drop down as well, and you can put another infill cushion in there. So if you wanted to make this a sun pad, you could. But one thing that is worth noting is, whilst this doesn't have the solid T-top, what it does have instead is a fully enclosed cockpit canopy as well. So you can get it all closed off if you want to in the winter time, and use this and extend the season just that little bit more. So let's talk about the helm. So you've got a center helm position here, and then you can sit 3 abreast sitting forward, which is absolutely fine. There's 2 or 3 of you here. You can sit down, and then you can just all cruise together, and because you're quite close, you can talk and everything else. We've got the sunshade up. We've kind of left that up because it is so sunny at the moment. Just worth having up. But obviously you can take all of this off and have it completely open. So what we've got is we've got a couple of Lowrance GPS screens in here, as you can see, and then we've also got a rock charge waterproof phone charger fitted with a bow thruster. Obviously you've got your twin Yamaha engine throttle controls here, and then you've got a few other controls here for the horn, the anchor windlass, etc., just to make everything quite easy and in one space. But what I think we should also do is just head to the bow and just show you where you've got these different socialising spaces, because seldom do you ever all just chill out in one space. Often you kind of deviate into 2 different groups and then sort of come back together towards the end of the day. So the bow makes a nice area to do that. Now let's not forget, we've also got a really nice Fusion speaker system on here as well. So when you're at anchor having a few drinks or blasting it along the Solent, you can get the speakers on and have a really great time. But up forward you can see that we've got a cup holder and space for 2 sun pads to lounge and chill out. So we're down below now, and down below you've got this lovely sort of dark wood joinery paired with the the white upholstery, which is a sort of like leatherette kind of material, which is actually, to be honest, my favourite combination of colour on a boat, full stop, is that sort of dark wood with the cream or white upholstery. I think it's just really, really nice. Up here we've got a little hatch as well, so you can get a little bit of airflow through. And then you can also have a TV option, which we've got installed as well. So if you want to sit down, watch a bit of TV, you can perfectly do that. You've got storage bins just around, both port and starboard, so you can store a few more bits and pieces. And then you've got a curtain which you can draw through. So if you come to night time, you can just get it nice and dark in here as well. So that's all good. There's more portholes as well, both port and starboard. There's one just behind the TV, and then there's also another one to port as well. So a really, really nice seating area actually, and this also drops down, and if you want to make it into another berth, then you can do that. So again, fairly standard, but also fairly versatile. So whilst this isn't new, it's certainly a nice thing to have on a boat like this. So another really clever feature, which I've actually just discovered, is that if you are going to use this as a cabin, because there is a second cabin and sleeping arrangement down here as well, believe it or not. So if you are going to use this as a cabin, then the one thing you're probably going to want is a bit of privacy. So you can actually just flip this open like so, and then in here is a little curtain which can be drawn across. I just think that's a small touch, but really clever. It's just nice to be able to come down here and get a bit of privacy. So other than that, starboard side midships, we've got a single heads, and this will be your main heads, and it's really nice, really well equipped, and you'll see what you've got in there. It's a nice modern heads with all the different bits and pieces. In fact, let's just have a little look in it, shall we? So I'm 6 foot with platform shoes on, and you've got full standing headroom in here, so that's absolutely fantastic. More storage in here, and then obviously you've got a shower as well, which you can utilise. I'm sure that probably won't get used loads, but in any case, nice to have it. So one thing that we haven't discussed is cooking. So what are you going to do about cooking? Because upstairs, there wasn't a configuration or spec for the cooking on the wet bar. There's just a surface area, so you could put a portable gas hob up there if you wanted to, there's no problem. But down here, you've also got, you do have a twin burner Eno gas hob, so you do have that facility if you so choose, as well as storage down here, storage over here as well. You've also got a sink just in here, and then in here, let's have a little look. You've got another fridge, and then a waste bin, as well as a microwave oven as well. So you are perfectly well equipped to do cooking and other bits and pieces on board. That's absolutely fine. And then you've got your ICOM system here, your VHF, and you've got your Fusion audio system, and the boat does also have Webasto heating. So it's not just a day boat for the summer, this really could be used for the winter as well. And I think for, you know, circa £100,000, a lot of boat for the money, ultimately. And what you've probably seen behind me is the second sleeping arrangement, which is this sort of midships kind of coffin style cabin. But the bed, I mean, the bed is absolutely huge. I mean, it is just so wide. You could comfortably sleep 2 people in here, and there is more storage under here, both port and starboard. We've got cupboards and, you know, bins, 3-pin plugs, the lot. And when you're ready to go to bed, you just say, see you later. So the whole thing is so well designed, like for, you know, for 100 grand, what a boat, ultimately. I think that's what I can say. It's one of those boats that you get on, and the more you sort of have a little look around, a little scout and look at the details, it just ultimately surprises you. And I think, you know, for time on board with friends, you know, she's circa 30 foot, so moorings pretty well priced. I think she can do quite a lot. So this is it. This is Boomer 2018 Cap Camarat 10.5 WA, and what a capable boat. I actually love this boat. It's something I would definitely consider if I was in the market for a 30 footer. And yeah, if you want to have a look, please do let me know. She's on with Darcy Morgan Yachts. There's a full listing description down below. And yeah, drop us a message, come have a look. She's a fantastic boat. I think you won't be disappointed.